So I
And you
felt
had both
unsafe.
parents, though, right?
I had both parents, but they was alcoholics. You know what I mean? So I didn't have that nurturing that I needed, but the streets nurtured me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
They used to fight in front of you and stuff?
Well, they didn't really fight in front of me. They loved us, you know what I mean? But they was alcoholics. So they didn't give me the support that I needed. Don't misinterpret me. My parents loved me.
I hear you.
They loved
you.
me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't give me the nurturing love that
Yeah.
I really needed at that time.
How many kids was it?
It was just me and my baby sister at
Just
the time.
two of y'all?
It was
Man,
just
that's
me and my
crazy.
baby sister at the time. I had older brothers and sisters that lived out the state. But
Okay.
growing up, it was just me and my baby sister. Then I had another brother that ended up getting killed. But I didn't have that. So I
Do you think that is because you were, because back in them days, right, a male child, right, they treat it a little different because they expected you to go ahead and get out there and figure it out back in them days, right? They didn't coddle it as much as they do now, or we do now. I'm just talking about my sons, right? I got an 18 to 21-year-old, and my son literally was like, we know we spoiled, but it's because we ain't have the type of daddy you had. He literally told me this, right? He was like, you can't blame us for what you went through. Do you think that it had something to do with that era? Because I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 84, and I feel like they was a little tough on us, so I can imagine y'all generation.
Yeah, well, it was, you better be on the porch when the streetlights come on,
Period.
things
Yeah.
of that type of nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was a different type of love that I needed, man, because I love basketball more than I love life. And I felt rejected and I didn't get it. So I went to the streets to get the love that I needed. I didn't have the support from nobody, man. So when
That's
I got
crazy.
hold to heroin,
Jesus Christ.
anybody know anything about heroin
Doogie, as they used to call it back in that day.
and dog food
Dog
and
food.
John Henry
Yeah.
John Henry for sure.
Yeah.
and penny caps. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
And when it get hold to you, you fall in love with it. And that's what happened. I fell in love with it from the age of 14 to the age of 50.
Tell me about your first time using.
The first time I used, I blowed, I sniffed it, and my stomach got real sick. And I spit it out. And the guy I was with, he said, man, what's wrong with you? I said, man, that stuff tastes nasty. He said, man, you just threw your highway. I said, man, that stuff nasty. He said, man, go on ahead and blow it again,
God
man. And
bless
next
you the
time,
first time.
yeah, for real. I should have paid attention then. But he said, man, next time the drain come, man, swallow it. The drain came. Next thing you know, I say,
Yeah.
Out of it. Straight up.
whoa.
Yeah.
And from that day forth,
Damn.
for 36 years,
Talk to me about
That's
it.
crazy.
for 36 years,
Talk to me about it.
you hear me? My body required it. It demanded that I have it. So I did what I had to do. But one thing about me, I always kept a job. I always stayed committed to always going to church because I never lost my faith.
Amen.
I never lost my faith.
Amen. Amen.
I lost my identity.
Yep.
I lost my identity. I even lost a job or two here and there. But I never lost my faith in God. So that's why I'm here to be able to stand but what I'm doing right now.
So talk to me about this. You were in church even at the age of 14, right?
Yeah.
So when you a church kid like me, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me how, right? Does a church kid with two parents, a basketball career, fall into the hands of this?
The only way I can come up with that is, watch this.
Yeah.
Remember I told you, I didn't love God. I liked him.
I liked him. That's deep.
That's
a different statement there.
It is.
That's a different kind of statement, bro.
I liked him.
Yeah,
I didn't love him because if I loved him, I wouldn't even been doing that. I liked him.
Yeah.
At that time.
100%.
I say I thought I loved him. With what I know now.
Yeah.
I thought I loved him, but I liked him. So that's how it was easy. That's how it was easy for me to go into church and be high as hell on Sunday morning.
At 14.
14 all the way up to 50, man.
Damn. This is Man, this
and
is
I'm not saying this to
blessing
be
me.
proudly and
trust me, I don't think
me right
anybody.
now.
This is the thing about this conversation.
Ooh,
I don't
wee.
think anybody here or anybody that's watching thinks that this is a boastful conversation. And I don't think that anybody would misinterpret this for that. What I hear in your voice is truth.
Mm-hmm.
I hear overcoming.
Amen.
I hear that you understand the now what you needed then, which is doing the work. A lot of this is based in mental health. At 14 years old, you just told me that you felt like you were abandoned. You felt like nobody were there for you. To me, that's the catalyst of mental health.
But listen, it gets a little bit deeper than that.
Go ahead.
Because see, when we talk about this thing called
This tight
addiction,
right here,
we're talking
y'all.
about
It's real
disease of
good.
addiction,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it was some other underlying. It was some other underlying issues that I wasn't able to identify. Well, I was able to identify with, but couldn't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was some molestation going on
Mm. In the family or outside of the family.
in the family. See,
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
so my comfort was
Two. Because that made you escape and forget about.
I ain't got to deal.
Yeah.
So do you think that was one of the catalysts to me? So at 14, how long had you been
4 years.
inappropriately touched? At
4 years. All 4 years had already been passed.
Before you.
Because I was smoking weed and then just doing the
So since 10 years old,
man.
so you had started being physically molested at 10 years old. Then you started to use substances to numb, right? So was this numbing during the episodes of being molested, or was this to kind of get out of your brain after the molestation?
To get it out of my brain, man. How I'm going to deal with this, how I'm going to cope with this.
Yeah.
Because they teach us to be men. They teach us that if anybody touch you or if anything happens, you're less than a man.
Be
right?
strong. Carry this.
King.
Mm-hmm.
Big dog.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say somebody in my family's touching me. Because and then at that age, right, they don't want to hear that.
Especially back then.
And they're going to call you a liar.
Yeah. And see, that's what you're afraid of.
And
you're afraid of bringing that to somebody and you say that happened to you and they tell you lying.
You know what I believe why that happens? Can I tell you why I believe that happens?
Sure.
That's deflection. They have to deflect it because it happened to them too. So they like, hold on. Like, don't say that. Because now you're about to expose everything.
Right.
I feel that. Like, that's when people say that, I never let that slide. I don't let that slide. I got a family member that's caught up in that type of shit, man.
Yeah.
It didn't slide. My spirit, my soul didn't let that slide. It's like, come on, man.
The main one that calls you a liar and tells you lying is the main one that was molested as well.
Yeah.
That is crazy work, and it is so factual. The deflection, right? And I think a lot of it becomes because they've learned to hide things in a little box. Now they're trying to train you how to just hide these things in a box. They don't want you to be the one with the voice.
Right.
They don't want you to be the one that says, no, it's happening to me, because they don't want to realize that it's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of little kids like you.
It's a whole
Right.
bunch of
It's a lot of whether it's females that molest them or it's males. It happens in a lot of families.
Mhm.
Happens in a ton of families, right?